What's going on, YouTube? Thomas L here. Since Oscar winner Nicolas Cage pretty much voices the role of Spider-Noir in the new Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse film, which comes out Friday, I decided to do a top 10 list of my 10 favorite Nicolas Cage movies. Because the guy's a really good actor. Yeah, he does lots of not so good films. But he has a good resume of high-profile films he's done over the years. So with that being said, here's my 10 favorite Nicolas Cage movies. Coming in at number 10 would be the film Gone in 60 Seconds. Now this was a car racing, like a crime car racing film. And it was directed by Dominic Sena and starred Nicolas Cage with Angelina Jolie, Giovanni Ribisi. Robert Duvall was also in this. It was a pretty good film. I mean, I thought it was pretty fun. You know, the action sequences here was pretty cool. Really liked the car scenes in this. It had like a Fast and Furious feel to it in a way. And Nicolas Cage was awesome in this film, and Angelina Jolie, she was good as well, and she was really good looking in this too. If you guys haven't seen it, check it out. And too bad we never got to see a sequel to this, because I would love to have seen another Gone in 60 Seconds. All right, coming in at number 9 will be National Treasure. National Treasure was released in 2004 and was released by Disney. I really like this film. I mean, it was directed by John Turteltaub, who recently put out The Meg. You even had the likes of Diane Kruger, Harvey Keitel, Jon Voight, Justin Boffa. It was pretty good. I mean, it had like an Indiana Jones feel to it. I get seriously felt like Indiana Jones at times. It was an interesting history lesson too. And of course, we had a sequel, which was also decent. And I still wish we get to see a part 3, but not sure if that will ever happen. All right. Coming in at number 8 will be the film Con Air. Now, this movie is 90s fun. It's pure 90s action fun. It was directed by Simon West. I mean, you had Nicolas Cage with some really cool hair. You also had a cast that included the likes of John Cusack, Monica Potter, John Malkovich, Steve Buscemi, Ving Rhames. I mean, it's loads of fun. I guess you could say it's like Die Hard in a plane, if you want to call it that way. I mean, in the 90s, we had some really cool action films that got released. And Con Air was one of them. I don't think this movie is a movie that could get made today, to be honest with you. But in the 90s, this is definitely a pure 90s film. And it's fun. It also has some pretty funny sequences, too. I mean, the action was pretty cool. Like I said, Nick Cage with hair. Who doesn't love Nick Cage with long hair? Coming in at number 7 will be the film Valley Girl. Now, this is an 80s teen classic. I mean, I love Valley Girl. You know, Nick Cage pretty much plays like a bad boy in this. You even had Deborah Foreman, who plays, the title of the Valley Girl. It was directed by Martha Coolidge. I mean, Nick Cage as playing a punk, like a teen punk, was pretty good. I mean, in the 80s, Nick Cage pretty much got like a had breakout stuff. I mean, he was also in Fast Times at Ridgemont High. He was in this. I mean, he was in loads of stuff when he was very young. And Valley Girl is probably one of them. They're pretty good with. Now there's actually a remake of Valley Girl in the works, but I don't know if it'll be as good as the original. That has to be waiting and see. Sorry. Anyway, coming in at number 6 is Raising Arizona. Now, this film was directed by the Coen brothers and starred the likes of Holly Hunter. You even had John Goodman, William Forsythe. Some good performances here, and I mean Nick Cage with a kid. I mean, who doesn't like that? I mean, Nick Cage, pretty much looking after a child. Hey, what more can you ask for? I thought it was pretty funny. It got released in 1987, and I think it's a film that still holds up today. Now, I recently put out my 10 favorite Coen Brother movies, and Raising Arizona was, of course, in that list. It's a good film. I mean, Nick Cage gave a good performance. I mean, it's a shame we never seen him work with the Coen Brothers again. It would be cool seeing another team up between those two, or those three, I should say. But yeah, Raising Arizona is really good. Coming in at number 5 will be Face Off. Now, in this, Nick Cage becomes John Travolta, and John Travolta becomes Nicolas Cage. It's another 90s pure action fun. I mean, it was directed by the great John Woo. Nick Cage and John Travolta both play off each other perfectly. I mean, who knew that they could play each other well? You had Gina Gershon, Joan Allen, Dominique Swan. Some Coming in at number 4 will be Moonstruck. Now, this movie, starred Nicolas Cage with the great Cher. This movie actually won Cher her first Oscar, and it was directed by Norman Jewison. It's really good. I mean, you even had the likes of Danny Aiello, who doesn't love Danny Aiello. He's awesome. Olympia Dukakis was in this. It was a really good, it was a romantic drama film, and Nick Cage and Cher, I guess you could say, they're pretty much love interests here. They had a really good romantic chemistry with one another. And Nicolas Cage looked really young back then. I mean, he does not look like Nick Cage you see today. It's really good. I mean, it's a movie that still holds up today. They constantly show it on TV all the time, and it's a decent film. And it all has to do with the chemistry between Cher and Nick Cage. All right, coming in at number 3 will be Kick-Ass. Nicolas Cage as Big Daddy. Amazing. I love Nicolas Cage as that role. What he did as the role of Big Daddy was really good. He played that role perfectly. He had good chemistry with Chloe Moretz. Moretz was amazing as Hit Girl. Aaron Taylor Johnson as Kick-Ass was good. Christopher Mintz-Plasse. I love Kick-Ass. I mean, it was really fun. It was funny. It was also directed by Matthew Vaughn, who did stuff like X-Men First Class, Kingsman. I really loved Kick-Ass. And the sequel was good too, but the only problem I had with the sequel was not having Big Daddy in it. I mean, Big Daddy in the first Kick-Ass was awesome. But it was a little disappointing that they didn't get Nick Cage at least back for maybe like a flashback sequence or something. because I really loved him as well. Coming in at number 2 will be The Rock. Now, if you guys are always on the fence of Michael Bay, yeah, he did Transformers, whatever. If you put Transformers aside, he does some amazing stuff outside the Transformers films, and The Rock is one of them. This was, I guess you could say, it was Die Hard in a prison. That's how you put this film. Die Hard in a prison. You had Sean Connery was incredible in this. Michael Bay did a pretty good job at directing. And one of the screenwriters was Quentin Tarantino. There's that. You even had Ed Harris. It's a really fun film. You know what I mean? It's loads of fun. It's like lots of good action. Sean Connery was pretty good here. The Rock is a really amazing film. And Michael Bay did other stuff like Bad Boys, and like I said, if you're always on the fence of Michael Bay's directing, don't watch Transformers. If you guys don't like Transformers, don't watch those. Watch stuff like The Rock, Bad Boys. He's done other stuff. So, and The Rock's definitely probably one of his better films in years. It's a good one. Too bad we never got around to see a sequel, because it would be cool seeing another Rock film. Maybe if they do a sequel, get Dwayne Johnson in it. But anyway, yeah, if you guys never seen The Rock, give it a go. Coming in at number 1 is the film that won Nick Cage his first Oscar, and that will be Leaving Las Vegas. Nicolas Cage probably gave his best performance in this movie. I mean, you've got Elizabeth Shue as a prostitute. Well, I mean, who didn't like that one? Nick Cage as a guy who drinks himself in Vegas, who tries to drink himself to death in Vegas, and he falls for a prostitute played by Shue, was really good. Richard Lewis was also really good in this. It was directed by Mike Figgis. He did a good job at directing. Leaving Las Vegas is an amazing movie. It had some good performances. Definitely one of those films, like, if you're always on the fence of Nicolas Cage's acting lately, watch Leaving Las Vegas. He was tremendous in this movie. And Elizabeth Shue, I believe she scored an Oscar nomination for this. It's an amazing movie. It had some, like I said, it had some good directing, good performances. Such a fantastic film. And it got released in 1995, and I believe it still holds up today. It's really good. But yeah, that's pretty much it for my 10 favorite Nicolas Cage movies. Let me do the quick rundown. Number 10, Gone in 60 Seconds. 9, National Treasure. 8, Con Air. 7, Valley Girl. 6, Raising Arizona. 5, Face Off. 4, Moonstruck. 3, Kick-Ass. 2, The Rock. 1, Leaving Las Vegas. Now, there's loads of other ones I could have added. I kind of like Ghost Rider. I know that didn't get much love, but Ghost Rider was really good. Definitely Not Knowing. The Family Man. Lots of people have been talking about Mandy. I kind of want to check that out. I haven't really had the chance to check it out, but I'm kind of interested in checking out Mandy. Definitely Not Sorcerer's Apprentice. Definitely Not Wicker Man. Oh, God, Wicker Man's terrible. City of Angels he was good in. Left Behind was whatever. Mom and Dad. Y'all need to check out Mom and Dad. I mean, you guys won't want to look at your own parents the same way after seeing Mom and Dad. Adaptation he was pretty good in. Definitely Not Pay the Ghost. Wild at Heart was good. The Frozen Ground was pretty decent. Trespass was okay. Oh, definitely Not Bangkok Dangerous. Matchstick Man was pretty decent. Stolen was okay. Snake Eyes. The Trust. The Runner was whatever. The Cruise he was pretty good in. He has an interesting resume. Not all of his films are that great, but he's done some interesting stuff over the years. Let me leave you guys. Oh, and real quick, him at voicing Superman, I kind of forgot to mention this. Him as Superman is perfect. Of course, he voiced Superman in Teen Titans Go to the movies. He wasn't really supposed to play Superman in another Superman film, but that never happened. If you guys want to see more about that Superman film that Nicolas Cage was supposed to be in, check out the film. Superman. Forgot the actual name. Superman. What happened? I forgot the actual name, but it's directed by the late great John Schnapp. Awesome documentary. Forgot the actual name though. I think it's The Life and. Damn, I forgot the actual name, but check that one out. It's really good. But let me leave it to you guys. What are your favorite Nicolas Cage movies? Drop a comment below. Don't forget to like, subscribe, hit that bell for more notifications. This here is Thomas L. signing off.